Yo,
What's up, man?
what's good? What's good? Oh,
Shit.
chilling here. Oh shit. I got my coffee. I got my liquor. I'm straight. I got my computer.
And I just woke up. Like, whenever I replied to that shit he tweeted out, y'all, I was like, yeah, I literally just woke up.
Episode 21 and shit.
Episode 21. We here.
The prime time episode.
We here.
21. Oh shit. How you doing, Tony?
I'm chilling, man. Just catching up on these Netflix shows and shit since I'm on vacation.
There you go. I don't think I've watched a Netflix show possibly ever. Actually, let me take that. I mean, outside of shit, like I've sat there with my girls watching, and I kind of like.
Man, this shit, Riverdale, is wild. I just finished the first season of that shit. That shit is crazy.
I've been wanting to watch that shit.
That shit is that. I've been fucking with that all day.
My man said all day. That's wild.
What is it? So how y'all want to start this episode off? Because I got a couple topics.
Go ahead, shoot, my brother.
All right. And so I want to start one off. We're going to start this one off because I feel like a lot of times we've been starting more. Give me one second. I'm far away as fuck right now. All right. We've been starting off with sports more so. So I want to start this episode off with music. Y'all down?
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been tired of talking about this sports shit anyway.
So, and my thing is, and it stems from the conversation we had in the group chat the other day, or the start of the conversation. So obviously, and let me be very clear, I'm going into this. I don't think any of us really listened to it. I heard 2 songs, 2.5. Let me take that back. So I heard a feature on another one of the songs. But the album, the quote unquote album of the weekend, if you want to give it to that, was Queen. Couple things I want to hit on first. Did y'all listen to any of the songs?
What's that shit called?
I did.
Queen's Barbie Dream, some shit. What's the
The
one where
remake
she
of Biggie
just...
shit.
Yeah, that shit. I listen to that shit. That's it, though.
Will, did you listen to any of the songs?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I probably went through the album. I probably played the album twice as far as I wouldn't know the songs by name, but I think I pretty much caught like every song.
I heard 3. I want to say 2.5, 3.
It wasn't like it was like I was listening to it, and then, I mean, you know, it just throughout the album, I was expecting it to pick up or, you know, expecting to hear some shit that I would have fucked with, and it wasn't really, you know, it wasn't really too much shit on there I can say I fucked with. I'm gonna pull up the track list real quick. The intro wasn't bad to me though. I think I fucked with the intro a little bit.
I want to say, well, Eminem had the best verse on the whole album. For one, he did his thing. My other thing I got from it is the Barbie Dreams. I was like, that shit just sounded like a song for Twitter. Like,
see, but I mean, she did that before though, back in her mixtape days.
What, calling on niggas I wanted to fuck?
No, like she did a whole song to that beat.
He just
So
did
she
like the Biggie remake shit.
Yeah,
she did that with the Warning joint.
Yeah, so she did. Well, no, it was like the same like type of song almost, I think though. But I mean, of course, back then it was like just different niggas.
That's fair.
So she basically just like redid a song she did fucking 10 years ago.
Damn, that's wild. Nicki been in the game that long.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what always trips me out is Nick.
It's wild to see a rapper go from like the hot shit to the wall shit.
Well, that's actually what I want to get to, and I know we probably don't have the same opinion. Like, none of us fuck with Nicki's music like that, but I made the case that Nicki's at least relevant because she's still one of the 10 most known rappers in the world.
But I ain't gonna even say like, I mean, I think it's just kind of different. Like when you a nigga listening to Nicki.
No, that's a fact.
Because like I said, a lot of the female rappers is like more that for me it'd probably have to be like a catchy song, which is what Cardi has pretty much been so good at, over last year or two or whatever since she been hot. She been good at coming out with a lot of catchy shit because it's like there's only so much of the shit I'm gonna really be wanting to hear you say as a female rapper because it ain't really relatable to me.
The thing about that is though, is like I fuck with Cardi music more than I do Nicki, just off the strength of Cardi not sitting here telling me like I'm one of the best rappers in the world. Like I can out rap these niggas that y'all love so much.
But
It's
that's what I'm
like
saying. But
she,
Cardi's shit is just catchy.
but
She
it's
got
not even that. I really like just what she's saying. Like I like her rapping, but it's just like I enjoy somebody that's just like Cardi's making music and having fun doing it. And along with that, she got some, she got nice raps. But it's like Nicki has been trying to force this idea on us that like she's one of the best rappers in the world for the last decade, and it's just
yeah.
like
I definitely don't care that. I don't care like for you to keep telling me you write your own shit if it's whack. Just because you
it's
write it don't mean it's dope.
it's just like you either are or you aren't, and it's like either that's gonna connect with the masses or it's not, and it's like that hasn't connected with the masses as far as Nicki in Nicki's case at least.
No, and that's that. So that's my criticism of it, right? And that's the part I'm not gonna argue with nobody. Is it's almost like, and everybody talks they shit from time to time, but to me, like the big difference between like and what I think she tried to kind of copy is like when Drake has a song where he's just kind of talking shit, he follows it up, whether it's the next song on an album, the next single he puts out where he's just rapping his ass off. So it's like, yeah, he was talking shit, and then the next song he backs it up, right? It'd be y'all know when I'm talking about boxing. What's the old boy who keep talking shit and then you get his ass whooped?
Oh, AB. I instantly knew who he was talking about.
Like, no, that's what Nicki is though. Like Nicki, I swear, like Nicki keep talking shit, and it was fine when she first came out and she had like
when you was knocking niggas
like,
out, it was good money. But
See,
when you
but
get knocked out,
the real problem is though, it's like, all right, you ain't dropped this is your first album in 4 years, and you've been talking shit for like the entire 4 years.
No, that's a fact, and she never backed it up. So it was like when she first started doing it, like I was okay with it because I find like you got what was her last one? The fucking
Pink Print joint.
Yeah, and that's the one like truffle butter and shit, right?
Yeah. I went back and looked at them joints, and that album had joints on it, but that was 2014 though.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. When she was talking shit in 2015, fine, or like end of 2014 or 2015, fine. Like you had a cool album, you got the joints on there. Like we all know you can rap. Like you had the respect of being like you could talk your shit basically. But at some point, it's like, when do you stop talking shit? Because like niggas ain't trying to hear you talk shit the entire time if you don't ever back it up. Like what we talk about, like high school fight records. Like Nick, you keep saying like you 50-0 in high school, but you ain't throwing hands in the last 25 years. Like,
see, but the problem is like when she was talking crazy, it's like she was the only real female artist out. Like it wasn't like no other competition, so it's easy to talk that shit when it ain't no competition. But now it's other female rappers that niggas like.
Yeah. And there's like multiple too.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I would
it's
even
like
say,
even in 2015, who were the other female rappers that dropped the album that year?
Yeah, because even if you don't like Cardi, you listen to a Cash Doll or one of these dolls or some shit, or you still like fuck with Azalea Banks music or just something like that.
I mean, what was Iggy like the second hottest popping female in 2014?
She was pound for pound the hottest.
she was probably that year. She was probably hotter than Nicki. But I mean, you got to think like it was easy for Nicki to get by that because she a white girl. Iggy is white, so like Nicki could take her little shots and all that shit. That was, she could get away with all that shit because like at the end of the day, black people gonna just stand behind her because they like, yeah, fuck Iggy or whatever.
So would you say it's fair? And this is just I don't listen to enough of them anyway to like make like an honest like evaluation. But I ran my girl and some of her friends like who would be better, right? Like so if you took 20, you said that Pink Print came out in 2014, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you put 2014 Nicki versus 2018 Cardi or 2017 Cardi.
Oh, Cardi.
What year we in?
Nigga. No, I'm saying, but I'm saying though, I don't feel like
No, that's like a valid question because in 2018 niggas ain't fucking with Nicki. So I mean,
no, but that's what
No,
I'm saying. Like,
he said 2014 Nicki versus. He's basically saying like Nicki at her last peak year versus Cardi now.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be different even because like if Nicki was still talking that shit and she was coming off Pink Print, it's a way different tone than her talking shit coming off nothing last.
But she ain't got no joint on Pink Print that's bigger than Bodak Yellow though.
No, and that's okay. But I mean, if we going by that, a lot of niggas don't have a joint bigger than Bodak Yellow.
No, I'm just saying like for the sake of this argument though. Like if we comparing like which one you asking like which one would be hotter?
What's Nicki's biggest song?
Moment for Life maybe.
That's what I was gonna say. Moment for Life.
well, I mean, we got to be talking about like solo shit, right?
I mean,
Because I don't even think Moment for Life is probably. I don't even think that's her biggest song. I don't know what it is, but I don't think that's it.
Bass or some shit.
I mean, that's super pop.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not counting like Super Bass or what's the other one she got? Fucking.
I could not tell you.
She got one more that's like that shit. But as far as her rapping,
I know you're talking about Starships or some shit.
Yeah, that shit. But like even if it's a feature, I don't even care. Like,
hey, Nicki did has dropped the same album like 3 straight years, and ain't nobody say nothing.
That's because she was the only one. She was the only one out.
Bees in the Trap was a joint. Looking back on
was
it.
fire. 2012. My boy Deuce went crazy. Shout out to Deuce, man.
So, no, I was gonna say those like for Nicki, the two songs that like I'm most. If I'm gonna listen to a Nicki song, and they both got features, it's "Moment for Life" or "Droman's Revenge."
Well, that's because she went crazy on that too, though.
Like, and see, that's what I was hoping for when I saw the shit. Before I even listened to the song, when I saw the shit she had with Emma, I was like, "Are they trying to go for part 2?" But Nicki, see, it was whack about that. It's like,
yeah. So Super Bass and Starships, those are top 2 songs, both like pop songs and shit.
Yeah, no, fuck them shits. But and that's what I was hoping I was getting with the M feature. But what she did made the M feature whack. Like M's part was dope. It's like M's not the kind of nigga to get on a song with if you're just gonna be talking shit. Like, if you put him on a song, like you gotta bring it.
Like she probably looking at it like because wasn't Eminem on Monster? She probably looking like I watched this.
That wasn't a monster.
Eminem wasn't no Monster. What the fuck? What other song did she have? Didn't she have a song with him before? What song was
Roman's
that?
Revenge.
Oh shit, yeah. She kind of went crazy on that shit too.
No, and that's what I was.
Did she have a better verse than Eminem on Roman's Revenge?
It's debatable.
Oh, so she probably like, yeah, I watched this nigga already. He know what it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's when Nicki was like, if you count that, obviously everybody go to the Monsterverse. Like, she had songs that like with other like big time people, and you could have debated like, oh, who's got like better? She had better punchlines than a lot of these niggas, but
I'm saying was those Safari punchlines or nah?
Hey, did y'all see the little picture I sent?
Which one?
The nigga who wrote like a fake Drake response.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit. I seen that shit on Twitter before you had sent it to me. That shit was hitting though. That's the thing. That shit was fire.
Every bar you read was in like Drake voice and shit.
Hell yeah, he's like, you switched to Google. You should have stayed with Safari. Hey. But no, so it's like, so I guess then my next segment of this, just a couple other points I want to hit this before we switch over. Now the album's selling / streaming really well, right? Now,
I don't even think she's supposed to do more than Cardi, like from the projections and shit.
She gonna blow. I think she's gonna kill Cardi as far as projections.
No, I'm telling you what the projections are. The projections got her doing less than Cardi.
Less?
Yes, less.
Oh.
They got her doing about. I don't know if I screenshotted that shit or not. That's what the projections are, but I mean, nigga, you never know. But I think it's projections like to date. So
Oh, so let's do this, and before we go into next point. So then, what is coming off this album? Like, what is Nicki's place in hip hop?
She one of the best women rappers we had.
Yeah.
At a point, she was one of the best
One of the
rappers
best selling, one of the best selling female rappers of all time. One of the best selling female artists of all time.
You can make a case it was Spanish. She was one of the best rappers for about a year or so. So, I mean, her place is solidified. She's the only one still trying to prove to us her place.
That's the problem. Like, the problem ain't like the fact that, like, the problem is the fact that she keep telling niggas like she one of the best ever. Like, you know, that's
She
one of the things you
projected to
kind of
do
let people.
135 to 150 right now.
Cardi definitely did too something.
Yeah.
Is that in sales or streams?
Oh, my nigga, Travis.
Pure,
And
she did,
all together.
Yeah, so that's total.
Oh. Yeah, that's total.
That's total, and then I think even like in pure sales,
and per joint,
she's doing less.
45 to 55.
And Cardi did about 100 or something.
Shout out to Travis doing 537.
I mean, niggas knew what he was gonna do.
Travis
My nigga LaFlame.
That's what he was expected. But because didn't we had a debate about like Cardi and Nicki before? Like as far as like wasn't we like debating on whether Nicki would do more than Cardi as far as sales and stuff or not?
I don't think we did. I didn't even feel that was necessary to do because I never thought she would.
Got you.
Cardi did 255 earlier this year.
What is it?
So what you got to say to that, Justin?
No, I'm not. I was just looking at shit. The only thing that I saw pop up, and I didn't even look it up, they just popped up because I followed the rap page on Instagram, and they were talking about she had like 8 songs that like during the day Queen dropped. And it's weird to like look at streams the day like an album drops.
Yeah, I don't look at none of them iTunes, Apple Music chart shit.
Yeah, it's like everybody want to post their number one. Like, of course you're gonna be number one the day your album drop, nigga.
No, sorry. Mind you, and it ain't even no disrespect to Travis Scott. They was crowning him like, oh, he dethroned Drake. Like, nigga, Drake shit been out for 5 weeks. Like,
not only that, they need to chill. I mean, Travis shit is cool, but they need to chill.
like, but what about to say? No. So then is the bet? So then is it just? I don't even want to say she washed up, because like, I'm not saying I don't think that she can't rap.
Shout out to Safari.
Nigga.
Until she do right by that Jamaican man, she flopping.
Hey, he definitely put some voodoo on some shit. That's why he in the cut chilling like that. That's that Jamaican shit, I tell you, man.
Street.
What is it? So, but is Nicki?
But I wouldn't say she washed up though, because I mean.
But is the best clearly behind her?
Oh hell yeah! Me personally, I still feel like Nicki could give up. It's the problem with Nicki is not that she can't rap, or it's just like she knows her fans ain't gonna call her out on her shitty raps, so she don't feel a need to really try.
Does she got a bigger fan base than Cardi?
Yeah, she got a bigger fan base. Like they'll die about her. I seen it.
Fact.
This weekend showed. This weekend showed you how much they love her. But it's just
not only that, but it's like they. Now go ahead, Joe.
She can put out trash. Like she could like I don't know if y'all seen Pootie Tang, but like just YouTube the clip of my son making a song with no words. She could do that, and they will die over that shit because they love her, and ain't nobody calling her out on her weak 16s.
Like I wish I could just like go pull. I should just go type in Nicki Minaj on the Twitter search page and just you can hear all the bullshit they saying about this album. They'll tell you how dope it was. But like I said, her fan base is full of gay males and teenage girls. And
no, I was
they'll die about her.
Drag queens was out in droves. Them niggas was flying all over Twitter.
Listen, man, I got a gay cousin that's a Nicki Minaj fanatic.
Nigga said Nicki was a top 5 rapper all the time.
No, listen. Like you can't tell this nigga nothing. But I guarantee you, like once the little first week is over and her album don't do better than Cardi's, let a nigga Unless somebody try to tell him something about it online or something, he gonna be deleting and blocking motherfuckers that day.
Oh, it's coming.
Like this shit, I don't know. It's wild. Like I don't know. It's so. Then, what would you say? What if y'all had to project? What should her next step be? Even if it's something you don't think she's gonna do.
Just rap. Like, just rap, bro. Just put out the music and rap. But she don't know how to do that because she's so enthralled in being this character and being this idea of what people want Nicki Minaj to be. She won't give us the real Nicki. Because I don't even know if she knows who the fuck that is at this point in her rap career. I'm not going to talk about her personally, but just as the rapper, the entertainer. Like, people just want to see you. Like, they just want to feel like we can relate to you.
Hey, Wayne said the album was a classic.
Yeah, that's
Wayne hadn't even listened to the album, I guarantee you. That's how but I mean, I can respect it because that's how you ride for your team.
You got ride for your niggas.
Hey,
I definitely give niggas fire emojis like before I listen to that shit. If I fuck with them heavy, like if you my man or whatever, even if it's trash, I might tell you it's trash, but online I'm gonna be giving you fire emojis.
Nah, that's a fact. Wayne definitely was drunk in that video.
Nigga, Wayne was off the shit. Wayne is always off the shit.
Like, hey, my man definitely. Hey, Wayne put on for Gutter Gutter. You know.
Keep it a bug. Whenever Wayne drop Carter 5, how much you want to bet Gutter Gutter and T Street gonna be calling it a classic?
It's Gutter gonna be on Carter 5.
Definitely.
We need a Corey Guns verse.
Bring Corey Guns out of retirement.
He need to have one big like Young Money reunion. It need to be like a 10-minute song.
Didn't Wayne get his money? Allegedly, or what happened with that?
Wayne got his money.
I mean, he free. He free. That's what they say.
So that means it's time for Tiger to get his money.
Suge Man Williams. He got them niggas on. He got them niggas on wicked contracts.
Look, Birdman definitely got a percentage of what he owed Wayne.
Like, hey, Birdman, it's at a point where you can't even really be mad at Birdman. It's like these niggas keep signing the Cash Money.
Yeah, they wild.
Didn't they just get someone to recently sign?
I'm sure they did. I don't even know, and I know they did.
I don't even know why niggas keep signing. Like, not even the Cash Money. I don't know why niggas keep signing, like, well, especially the Cash Money. It's like
record deals, period.
That's what I was about to say, record deals, period. But I mean, it's like, if you gonna sign
that, because there's definitely and I don't know if you watched the full. Well, I know Will did. Will watches that shit more than me. But I don't buy. I'm on Joe's side where I don't buy like the whole like signing or the 360 is always terrible.
Because, I mean, that shit not terrible if you have like if you generate enough buzz on your own. There's no point of you sign a record deal. And Master P said, if you one of these rappers out here saying you selling this and you doing all this and you got all this money, there's no purpose of you having to go to a record company for $200,000.
I mean, but it is sometimes like some artists ain't really in it for the amount that they're giving them. Like now, when you're talking about some of these younger and new artists is one thing, but it's like if you that's like I heard like Jadakiss and Styles P doing an interview and they talk about how Jadakiss, he like being signed to a major because that's less work he got to do. He just, when you sign to a major, you just got to rap. But when you independent, it's almost like, you got to kind of do everything yourself to make sure shit is happening. So I think that's the thing. But now if you're an artist that ain't really got a following and, you got a small following and you got a little bit of skill and they put you in that 360, because then now you can only move on their terms.
Well, that's fine. I like the point though, because Joe brought up the fact of like Rihanna started on the 360, and part of the reason she blew up, and
Rihanna might still be on the 360.
Yeah, it's like whether they want to say it's like, oh, you would have done that by yourself or not. The fact is, the 360 helped her get as big as she was because they was throwing everything at her. Any beat they could get, any like feature they could get, like they was the label because they get their cut. They was like, hey, it's going to her. So when you get someone like that,
when it's a big artist, the 360 is only bad for like artists that ain't really that good. when you're a
No, but
big
that's
artist,
but it's
because
like-
it's less work. It's less work. You gotta do
exactly
number
what
one.
I'm saying.
But there's no way. But no, but that's why I'm bringing up like the Rihanna, because Rihanna's starting on the 360. So it's like to say that, and you could say that she would have been just as big. But the fact is, part of the reason she got so big was her 360. And then I like the fact they brought up someone like Crit.
But she's one bigger than her deal, though.
I'm sorry, say one more time.
I said she's bigger than her deal. Like, she could have signed anything. Like, her talent is her talent. A little motherfucking gun spit ain't good enough to be for his talent to outdo his 360
These
deal.
new artists, like, you know how like Atlantic been on the spree signing all the
And
road
Rihanna
rappers
signed
and all of that
like
shit.
she signed to Hove. Everybody ain't gonna get that luxury of signing that type of contract with Jay-Z.
I'm just saying I'm just going on the basis of not every 360 is a bad 360. Because even you look at some of these niggas like, I'm not even 100% sure, but it's like if you look at the ones that get pushed really hard, like I think there's a reason why. And like I said, I can't guarantee 100% they're on 360 deals or not, but it's like I think there's a reason why like certain niggas like Uzi and Pump and some of these dudes who like they blow up a lot bigger because the label's throwing a lot more shit at them because they're.
But they blow up out of the 360,
no.
But then 6-7 months later they talking about I went out of my contract
But
because they
see,
realized
that's the problem.
because they realized that their talent is bigger than the deal they signed.
I don't know Pump.
Well,
now Pump finessed everybody. By the way, I'll give that nigga credit for that. That nigga finessed the greatest deal of all time. Because I do know Pump was in the 360. Pump's not in the 360 no more, but he got out of his deal because the nigga signed when he was 17, and then had his lawyers go back 6-7 months later and be like, "Nigga, you can't sign a 17-year-old."
Without like adult consent or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, and he got a couple million out of the lawsuit, and he got a new $4 to $5 million deal. Like, yo, finessed the shit out of that. And
He
like,
finessed it. He got finessed it,
but
that deal.
Yeah, like he finessed it, but it's like it's a good thing he finessed it because depending on how long they sign you, like the problem with 360 is like you get into these deals and a lot of times they album deals, I think, and none of these niggas selling no albums.
Niggas talking about
y'all
10
can
albums,
sell singles and shit. Yeah, y'all. They might put you in a 3-album deal and shit, and after your first album flop because you only a singles artist,
they putting you on the shelf, and then you in limbo.
Now you stuck in that deal for
for 5 years. Then you gotta buy yourself out that contract, and then you sign another record deal. Then you gotta buy yourself out that one.
Well, not only that, but by the time you get out this first deal, all your little heat, your little buzz is gone now.
Your buzz is gone. You ain't got no money now. You back to doing clubs for $50,000.
But that's why it's kind of fucked up today. But you got to remember. But you got to remember at the time Rihanna came up, like niggas was still buying albums.
Niggas was still going outside.
Niggas was still going into the store to pick up albums versus today, like it ain't really like a lot of these artists that's big at streaming, they're not getting no real albums.
Imagine you do 10 million streams and you get that check for fucking $25. You're gonna be pissed off.
And when you owe the label like 80% of it,
you owe them 80% for the touring and the merch and the media and all that shit, and then you left for $26.
But that's the thing. That's where most of these niggas get their money from. Though most of the money come from touring. These niggas don't get. That's the problem. They don't get no money off of albums anyway.
No, that's a fact. So I guess the counterpoint.
That's why these niggas doing 5 tours, 60 dates every fucking month.
That's why these niggas need all them drugs. Like, how else you gonna stay up? How else you gonna pay these niggas off? After you done blew this little $2-3 million advance they gave you, and now you in the hole about 12.
You got all fronts, no backs. No, you fuck.
Fronted all your shit.
Because I guess my other point then to be it's like when you say like when your talent gets bigger, or like you get bigger than your deal, what stops it? And I'm gonna go on the extreme end of this, so it's kind of like it's kind of a fucked argument, but maybe you'll see the point. Then Drake's been in the worst deal in hip hop the last 3 years.
I mean, we can say that, but it's like he still got enough. Hell no, because he still got enough freedom to drop when he wants to drop. Because they recognize that
He's the biggest.
he's a
His deal
cash
could be
cow.
shitty. Yeah, his deal could be shitty, but he's the biggest artist in the industry. So I mean, he still kind of can move on his own time versus these artists that's not as big as Drake, and they kind of gotta wait until the first album flop. They ain't gonna ever say, "All right, let's try again." They're gonna keep telling you, "Not now, not now, not now."
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because to me, it's like if you gonna have, I mean, besides now exclude anything Birdman signed or Birdman someone signed to a shitty deals. But if you're just talking about from the aspect of outgrowing your deal, no one outgrew their deal more than Drake.
I mean, we can say that, yeah, but it's still like we haven't seen anything we haven't even seen nothing from Drake to be like maybe like should Drake be more rich than he is? Like sure, but it's like we still can't say like his deal is that shitty. So we can say Wayne's deal is shitty because we know what Wayne did for Cash Money and the way he got treated. We can't really give that to Drake because Drake's had way more freedom to move than Wayne, and that's even crazy because he bought Drake.
And I think not only that, but I think part of the reason we will be looking at Drake's deal like that is just because of the situation that Wayne is in. He want to move. I'm pretty sure we're not looking at Drake deal the same way. Now you looking at a bunch of niggas that's just free to do it. But kind of on Wayne the way they do it makes Drake's deal look a whole lot shittier.
Like it's way more niggas in his rap game that's got way worse deals that wish they had the freedom that Drake had.
No, I get that. No, like I said, I'm bringing it because what I said, I'm keeping it in the same lane, right? So to say like a 360 is bad, like to go with the general 360 is bad, right? That's because all right, you outgrew like your basic contract, and now the label's taking such a big amount of money, it's not worth it if you be in a 360, right? Okay. So when I brought up Rihanna, it was Rihanna and Drake, I'm using them as comparables, is because they're both 1A, 1B when at their height in their specific field. Like, if Rihanna wants to drop, the only people probably dropping and doing more than Rihanna, or is going to get more buzz than Rihanna, is like Beyonce and
Adele.
I'm not counting Adele. Fuck Adele.
Nigga say fuck Adele. Why you got smoke with like the weirdest people, yo?
Because she ain't a part of this conversation.
You could have just said that.
Like, I did. I just used the fuck word.
We gonna get no sponsors.
Hey, no, fuck the no sponsor shit. Hey, check out everybody that's listening right now. Check out that Anchor, that listener donation. Hey, that shit is dope. Niggas have already spent money on microphones, computers, tech. Niggas bought Xboxes like 8 years ago to make this shit happen 8 years down the road. Like, we need some kickback.
That's a fact.
Niggas bought Xboxes, niggas bought games, niggas bought microphones. Like, just know, a little kickback would be appreciated. Appreciate anybody that's listening. My next note, like I said, Rihanna and Drake both outgrew their deal being megastars, and they're on the extreme. I get that. Like, to compare them really isn't fair to compare to everybody else, which is why I'm kind of putting them in their own level. And I don't know what kind of deals. Well, Hope owns his own shit. Does Beyonce own her own shit?
As far as what?
Like, is she signed? I don't know what her like deal is. If she signed, if she owns.
I mean, she signed, but that shit is just for like, just cause purposes.
It's like a pub or some shit.
Yeah.
Like
them niggas, I don't know. Them niggas got a lot of money though.
No, that's like that's moving how the fuck you want. But it's that's what I'm saying. Like with Drake and Rihanna, it's like they outgrew their deals to such. Like Drake's deal was what? He got a $20 million like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever it was.
So 2 for $40 million, like Chappelle.
He got his what was his Apple deal?
Like
that was
yeah. It was a LeBron deal and shit.
So
lifetime.
All right. Because his status as of right now, he's out from under Cash Money, but he's still with Apple, correct?
I mean, I don't even know if he's really out from under Cash Money though.
I mean, I think that was his last album, but I mean, as far as other shit, it ain't no telling.
That's a fact.
Ain't no telling.
Ain't no telling. He said it best.
No.
But that's last album on Cash Money.
I would host for his sake. Because this nigga been telling us I'm done with these niggas for like 3 years.
Hey, Scorpion gets better the more I look. Like, that shit is still fire like a month out.
Hey, no, Drake did his thing on March 14th, but my son Herbo, he was he was talking that shit on Letter.
Like, what was the original point? Because we were
talking about Drake being. Are you just saying like what got this whole thing started?
Yeah,
360. I mean, I know you're just talking about 360 deals and shit, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think like, and to be fair, it's like it's a hard thing. Like,
I mean, keep it 100. I'll sign to a 360 deal right now.
That's a fact. Like, no, put it this way, and I do this. Like, here's a good example. And I think you like this shit, Will. So you work at a job where you love the fact you can get mad overtime, right?
No, but whatever.
But like you get the chance.
I definitely work the overtime so I can pay bills and shit. So yeah.
But like you can make your check bigger by working more overtime hours, and they won't tell you no. Correct?
Right. I see where you're going with this, but yes.
Yes. Okay. For you, that works out for you because you a nigga who's going to work the 60, 70, 8-hour weeks. A lot of
right.
Niggas
So it's like you getting what you're working for. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of niggas ain't wanting to work the 60, 70, 8-hour weeks. Then there's other niggas who like the commission, who just like, yo, if I could sit there and work a job and maybe it's basic ass pay, but like if I can sell 3 or 4 accounts or I can sell 3 or 4 of whatever the fuck we selling, I'm gonna get a bigger paycheck. So it's like everybody's deal, like realistically, everybody's deal, it's what's best for them, and it depends who you are. Obviously, when you got someone like Drake, or you got someone like Drake's just so big, it really doesn't matter what the fuck he signed to, he's gonna make it work. And the label's not gonna really go against him because everything he does, not only is it like accepted, it sells well, which is the biggest thing. Then you got someone like Pump, who when he first got started, like take out the finesse in the deal, he got a lot of extra buzz and attention because he was in that 360. He got to use that to build up his own brand, to build up who he was. So that was essential for him.
But they get the buzz, then sign a deal. That makes no sense. Like these niggas pop off of SoundCloud and then they sign these bad contracts, and then 9 months later they want out of that contract.
See, but that's the thing. Like I don't know how many of these new niggas are signing album deals though, because it's not like a lot of these motherfuckers just sign single deals. So it's like us this many hit singles versus you give us this many albums. So it's like if these new artists are signing like single deals, then they'll be all right because it's like, you know, you only got to worry about singles. You ain't got to worry about putting out a full body of work because ain't nobody gonna listen to that shit.
That's a fact. But I would argue this, Tony. It's like your point of saying like when they get popping, then do it. Sports contracts work the same way.
Explain. You
sit there and you get yourself like you get a basketball player, right? And you follow high school way more than I ever will. Niggas, you told me who you tell me last year had like 1 million followers as a senior or 1 million followers as a junior?
Your boy Zion.
All right. Ain't that nigga who's like 280?
Allegedly. Yeah, we'll talk about that another day.
They need to check his pee.
I don't even believe.
It's like what are you 280 pounds playing small forward for? It's like it's not like he's a LeBron 280. Like he's like 6'6", 6'7", 280. There's no point of that. That's not a good thing.
Mind you, I gotta see him on the scale, yo. Because I'm like, like I mean, yeah, he built and shit, but I'm 280 type built.
No, he's not. That's what I'm saying.
But anyway, so you said that he gets himself. He at 16, 17 years old. He pretty much knows as long as I don't fuck nothing up, like I'm going to the league. I'm gonna get this contract. Okay, you get a contract, so that's your way of being a SoundCloud rapper. You get your buzz, right? You pretty much know. All right, I got this popping single. I got 2 popping singles. I either, as long as I don't fuck this up, I can go sign with someone. The first contract you get, everybody's rookie contract. If you turn out to be good, everybody's rookie contract is terrible for the player. Like, there's no way at year 3 LeBron, right? And that's a skewed one.
I mean, but that's only based off of past occurrences because it wasn't always like that. So it's like they put these niggas on the scale now, but KG got like 50 M's coming into the league. So it's like yeah, these contracts are bad for these guys now, but it's not like this was always a thing. And but it's like but if you go back to rapping in the 90s, give a nigga that was in like a tough situation in the 90s, these 360s that these new guys is getting, it might be different. Like as far as like the satisfaction of it. But when you realize that, hey, I'm buzzing, like I created this buzz myself, and it's like I signed this label deal and I still got to move like I was before the fact. You realize like I fucked up, and now it is certain guys that are afforded luxuries from their 360s and certain guys that can move a certain way, but the problem with that is it's the minority instead of the majority.
No, and that's fine, but that's even like the way contracts are. It was they restructured because the NFL had to do it too. But mind you, the NBA even had to restructure again because of D Rose. Because D Rose won MVP, what was 22?
I think it was like 21.
21. And D Rose had to get a new deal immediately, and they had to change the rule because D Rose was so good and had that accomplishment at such a young age. So D Rose made the NBA go back and redo how they could pay niggas again. So that's what I'm saying. It's like if you sign a deal with someone that you need, like that you essentially need to be able to move, whether that's playing basketball, football, or making music, and you do pop and you stay and you are good enough to stay pop and you're good enough to stay relevant, your rookie deal is always going to look shitty. And that's basically what a lot of these niggas sign, which is theoretically their rookie deal.
But I mean, even within that, it's like, okay, my basketball money is shitty, but like if I'm popping on the court, I know Nike is giving me at least 70, 80. Under Armour is giving me 80.
And
so it's like
because there's a lot of these college players gonna come in with crazy deals, like crazy.
But it's like
rappers and shit.
Rappers ain't afforded that luxury though, and it's like these niggas ain't getting these shoe deals until they years in the rap game. They ain't getting these commercial deals and stuff like athletes are. So I get what you're saying in that respect, but it's still a big difference though.
That's fair, but that's also to me that's the difference in the business. Like, just there's just a big difference in what music brings in versus what sports brings in too.
I mean, because most of the veteran rappers will tell you it ain't no real money in rap.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah,
but there's real money in just playing a sport.
As the great Langston Hughes once said, if rap fail, I'm gonna go platinum because I put my deal money in the blow, crack, and pills. That was T Grizzly. I get them confused too.
You know, shout out to Langston Hughes for that.
Shout out Langston Hughes though.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, anytime you get in, like, excuse me, that's the thing with like that's what like I brought up. And there is more power that I think these guys have. They just don't use it collectively. But that was like my case for the Julio Jones shit. If niggas really wanted, watch Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell both sit out at the same time. The Steelers gonna fuck up some money. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell me.
Like, but they won't though. It's like them niggas. As much as we love football and as much as we respect those guys that play in the NFL and shit like that. It's like them niggas have no idea. I ain't gonna say all of them, but the majority have no idea of unity, and that's the only reason they in the situation that they in now. That's the only reason Eric Reed and Cap not in the league, because if them niggas just said, bro, we're going to unite as a league. Like, rather we agree with them or not, rather we agree with this idea of kneeling during national anthem or not.
That shit would have been over 2 years ago.
It would have been over 2 years ago. All they had to do was come together and make some type of stand together. Because think back 2011.
Ain't nobody watching no football without no black players.
2011, September 2011, before the lockout. Remember that first game? All them niggas stood side to side with their fist in the air, like, we not going to let them lock us out our league. But they couldn't come together for a real purpose. That's the only reason, and like, is any controversy, because the NFL players have no real idea of unity. The minority, the guys like Malcolm Jenkins and Mike Bennett and Michael Thomas on the Saints, those are the minority, and Kenny Stills, that's the minority.
Hey, Brandon Marshall was definitely throwing his fist up. Just want to throw that one out there because he get forgetting. But you know, respect. No, I've definitely, and so because I was actually like, and no, that's the thing. So I don't know actually to kind of hit on that point. Do y'all not like? And this is just an honest question. Do y'all not watch football anymore because of that?
I watch it, but I have no like real like I'm watching the Ravens preseason things and I'm watching motherfuckers play and I'm like, damn, I really don't care. Like the Ravens could lose every game this season, I will not give a fuck.
Yeah, no, it's like I keep up with the games, but I honestly ain't watched the game. Like I check scores and shit like that, but like I refuse to kind of give them my real view.
And it's like I watch it because I know it's guys there that really do care. And it's like I said about Kenny Stills and Malcolm Jenkins, like there's guys in that league that give a fuck. And there's guys that put their money towards really helping like inner cities and doing shit that's necessary. But it's like as far as me being a fan of the sport, like I was maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever, I don't care.
See, I don't know. Did y'all watch the YG interview on the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
All right, so I definitely have like a similar view to him where it's like there is certain things where it's just like, and it sounds so shitty to say.
No, it's just in you. I get it. It's just in
you just kind of realize it's like when he was like it was the most real shit. He's like I stand like I love my people, all that shit. He's like some shit I'm just Americanized. Like I just fuck with sports. Like it's even why when I'm gonna do and I hate this too, but I'm gonna try to do some good here while still. It's when I get paid at the end of this month, I'm spending $120. I'm spending, and there's just some shit that's in me, but I'm gonna try to balance it out. I'm donating the $60, which would be the $59.99 for Madden to cap shit. I don't post that just because niggas gonna call me a liar. I'm gonna post that shit on my Instagram. I know niggas gonna call me a liar. Like if you don't have the like niggas don't believe nobody does nothing nice if you don't got a picture. Like Ludacris definitely Ludacris does the most shit in the world. Nigga don't put a picture. None of that shit. Niggas swear Ludacris don't help. But I'm also gonna spend $60 and probably buy Madden. And it's just because it's something in me. It's like I've done it for so long, and it's like, and I'm a big believer. Like whether you at work, whether you with your family, like with your friends, like you don't have to agree on every single thing, and obviously no one's gonna be the exact same as another person. And so you can have those differences and still manage or like get along as a society. So I'm gonna go both ways.
I'm trying to figure out how much y'all think I can get for snuffing Jerry Jones.
You would be good in the jails, yo.
Yeah.
Like money would be on your books. You would be in a rap song. You would be good.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go to jail, nigga.
Hey man,
you
can't just be punching billionaires and you ain't gonna get no time, bro.
And also to follow up on that point, what I'm a dead ass do too, and I'm gonna make a little series and put on YouTube and shit or put on Twitch, is I'll probably even do like a stream marathon on Twitch. Is I'm definitely making him my player and calling him Colin.
Yeah, they gonna edit his name out and shit every time.
Hey, nigga, they can't keep him up the game. I'm just like, that's what I guess that was my thing. It's like, it's for me, because then I was even thinking about it. It's like, I don't know if I could stop watching the NBA if the NBA did some fuck shit.
But that's the thing, though, is like, they won't. like it's just like it's certain shit you could be like, okay, what if they did? But it's in certain situations you know that that's not gonna happen.
But let me put this
not gonna happen.
No, but there's a rule in the NBA. The NBA has an actual rule you can't kneel during the anthem. The NBA's got an actual rule that says you can't sit down.
Yeah, they got that actual rule, but it's like we've seen their actions though. All like we've seen their actions. We've seen the majority of niggas and like we've seen the NBA actually care.
You've heard coaches come out and
we've seen whole NBA
players.
teams not go to the White House.
Yeah, no, that's heard, we've seen NFL teams.
You've heard owners coming out.
Like the fucking Eagles sent like what, like 7? The Eagles didn't even go. Like,
no, they still went.
But like it won't have like something like that. It wouldn't happen in the NBA because you gotta like, all right, who if you had to pick a player.
Oh no, Trump said they couldn't go in quotes.
But that's what, because they was already all pulling out. No, my question is, and it's not even a matter of.
But and it's like they're outlier though.
And
No,
that
that's
it's
fine.
teams like the Eagles why I even care a little about football. Because I know that it's motherfuckers that care.
No, so that okay, so then, and I get, so hypothetically speaking, right? And like we can say like they won, we can say that, mind you, no one I thought nobody when this first happens, like mind you, the game that it first happened, the preseason game, niggas was tripping out. They know what the fuck was going on. It just showed up on like I remember just seeing the bottom little ESPN ticker and shit, and it was like 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick doesn't stand their national anthem. And there was no like info or nothing about it for like a solid 2-3 hours where the game was going on. They were just like, what the fuck? And obviously it's turned into what it's turned into. Even hypothetically speaking, it's like, and if you ask most niggas that are saying like, well, I don't fuck with football now, if you would ask them 2 years ago or 3 years ago before any of this happened, they tell you they fucking with football till they die.
But that's because once you see some, like, it's one thing to have an idea that motherfuckers really don't care, but it's like to see that they really don't care, that makes that much of a difference. It's like I love baseball, and I know like a lot of motherfuckers disagree with the things that Kaepernick does or whatever, but I don't see these motherfuckers just bashing it. And like I always say, not even me, just like
and
anybody
you fuck with
else.
the Red Sox, nigga, and that's a dangerous town.
Anybody else, but that's another thing. Like I fuck with the team. I'm not from Boston. Like I'm not a citizen. Like I fuck with the team. Like I fuck with guys like David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez. Those are the reasons why I fuck with the team. But it's like
Manny to go.
It goes to say like you don't have to support what I do. Just don't disrespect it or bash it.
No, absolutely, and that's
why you think Dak been getting hell?
Exactly.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if just. Not saying
like you can just shut up. You can just like mind your business.
The hypothetical of if the NBA did some shit, would you stop watching NBA basketball?
See, it's just hard for me. Like it's hard for me to kind of view a hypothetical of that because like how many of the top 5 NFL players are white?
2.
Because if you 3.
3.
Because you got Tom Brady.
I don't know. I'm just fucking throwing on them.
Tom Brady that's a good point. Because Brady, Rodgers, and Gronk could all be top 5.
Yeah, really.
Okay, and how many of the top 5 NBA players? How many of the top 10, 15, 20 NBA players are white?
No, that's
we counting Steph and Clay.
But let me.
Hell no.
I know.
Nah, but even put it with that, the NBA flat out had an owner come out and call niggas slaves,
and they got him the fuck out of there instantly.
That's what I'm saying.
It don't matter. It ain't nothing Jerry Jones can say that's gonna stop it. Jerry Jones can come out right now and say whatever the fuck he want to say, and it ain't gonna stop him from
Chris
owning
Paul
the Cowboys.
said we wouldn't have played if they didn't handle that situation. He said we wouldn't have went on that court if they didn't handle that situation right then and there. And that was a playoff game.
Niggas was ready to ride. These NFL niggas, nah.
No, and I get that. Like I said, my thing that's where like just when it comes.
See, but that's why it's hard to put it in a hypothetical because it's like we've seen like things happen in the NBA to kind of, and we've seen the way they reacted to it and handled it. They came together.
I don't know. Like I'm not even like I said, it's not even like a disagreeing standpoint. It's what do you call it? But like I said, I guess like my main point is like I still fuck with watching football. Like I still what for me personally, like the Broncos was like my first team and shit, right? Like when I just got into sports, like I based all my shit off the fact like I fuck with the Broncos. It's like I every Colorado team cool with me. And at the time, like that was Echo. Shut the fuck up. Amazon, you're trying to talk to me and shit. No, but it's like so. Like I fucked with like the Rockies, and that was like Torture Whiskey, Todd Helton, the Nuggets back when they had their squad. Like, so for me, I guess like it's even harder like to detach myself completely from football because like that was like my introduction to sports and shit. And that's what, like, I fucked with, like, YG's answer. He's like, it ain't even nothing, like, it's not to go against no one. It's not to then say that I'm not down with it. It's just, I'm just in that cycle.
I mean, and there's different ways you can support, though. Like, I mean, everybody don't show their support the same way. Everybody, it's different ways. Like,
It could be motherfuckers that say, "Oh yeah, I ain't gonna stop watching football," but they could be like, "All right, I'm gonna donate to Cap every month to whatever it is he's doing."
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, when it comes to buying Madden, it's like I just like I want to play the game, and that's why.
Oh no, my girl definitely tell you. She told me I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna buy it. She was like, oh, last week you said fuck Madden. I said, yeah, I know.
No, that's but
I know what I
me
said
not
last
buying that
week.
shit is not even based off of the song shit.
Well, you wasn't buying that shit anyway.
I wasn't buying that shit anyway. Like, I ain't played that shit since at least 2013.
But I definitely had planned on buying it, and then that shit happened, and I was like, yeah, nah, fuck them niggas. Then a couple days later, maybe we can work something out.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but that's why I want to do both. It's like I'm gonna sit there and it's like I'm gonna throw the $60 the donation. I'm gonna throw the $60 towards the game.
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna donate myself kneeling or some shit. Yeah, Cap on this.
Hey, some niggas celebrate a different way, yo.
Hey man, like I don't know, man.
Oh man. Wow.
My man said I'm gonna take a picture of me kneeling.
Damn, man. That's
like when they
that's,
do the little anthem on Madden or whatever. I might.
That's a conversation for episode name.
Hey,
Picture me kneeling. Picture me rolling.
Okay, man. I'm when they do the anthem or whatever, I had a camera ready and shit, and I'll take a picture of me kneeling or whatever. Salute to my man Cap.
Nah. Damn. All right, what else we got? We got some music. We got some world talk. What we got in sports going on?
So what do we have in sports? Red Sox 50 games over 500, but past that, I don't know what the fuck is going on in sports.
That's wild. See, I don't even know how you feel. See, I never, and this is just me personally. But I don't know. It's different now. Like, I don't know how you feel about like a team just dominating the regular season like that.
Nigga, now I know how Warriors fans feel.
Nah, nigga, because they
always say niggas don't ever get it till it's
niggas always hate it till it's you.
No, but I'm saying though, like
winning, it's all good.
You mean like the idea like they winning so much?
Like, are you worried about? Well, especially in baseball,
like that they could like have a postseason collapse.
Yeah,
I mean they could, but I mean, so like I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, say they win 100+ games and they lose like the first series or whatever. It's like, okay, they lost. What I'm gonna do? On to the Celtics.
See, nigga, I want to be okay with that. I'll be throwing it.
Like, I don't get
to the Red Sox.
If I was like, the older I get, the less I give a fuck. It's like if they win, like I'm hyped, like I'm gonna talk my shit, but like they lose, like what I'm gonna do in reality.
I don't know. That's the thing for me, like that I love personally. Like that's the thing I love about sports. I love getting hyped as fuck for like really no reason, and you realize like nigga, you ain't have shit to do with that. You were just yelling at your TV, like. But to me, like I love like that like kid aspect, I guess, of sports.
But I mean, I don't see them niggas. I feel like they gonna run in like this last month. They might like September hit. They might run into a little stretch, but it's like they'll make the playoffs. It's like I feel like this. I just don't. I see them. I always see them going to the World Series every year, but it's like I really feel confident in their ability to make the World Series this year.
No, that's
niggas will not be happy with me when Chicago team start winning again.
I'm just
like if the Bears or the Bulls start winning again, oh boy.
Nigga said you ain't saying nothing like it.
Hey, it's gonna be ugly.
The Cubs are actually winning right now.
I'm from the South Side, man.
That's a fact.
The White Sox. We White Sox fans on the South Side.
White Sox.
It's only two baseball teams that I buy apparel from, and that's the White Sox and the Red Sox.
What about
I remember the Cubs made the World Series. I heard it was at the games and shit. He said that was the funniest Instagram videos I ever seen.
What was you about to say, Justin?
What about Jose Abreu?
Nigga, you know I don't watch no damn baseball. Who the fuck is that?
Hey, that's dead ass. I remember we definitely asked Will like a couple years ago about Albert Pujols, and he was like, "The nigga who hit the home run."
That nigga
I knew Albert Pujols. I knew him because I knew he checked
for the
bag.
song.
I knew he checked the bag. Well, I guess a lot of niggas that check them big bags. Like I know them niggas. Like CC Sabathia, I know he checked the bag. Whenever that was, whatever year that was like some years ago. That was like 2012 or some shit.
2011.
Or no, 2011. That was like 09.
Yeah. That was Yankees definitely went out because in baseball spending sprees was mad different.
It ain't no cap, Yankees.
Right? Yankees dropped like 600 in one offseason on like 4 niggas.
It ain't no cap in baseball, is it?
Hell no.
Not a single ounce.
And that's why baseball's fucked up. That's my only issue with baseball, like from a fan perspective.
That's why I don't know why these Instagram thoughts keep messing with these NBA and the NFL players.
That's a fact, though.
y'all definitely in the wrong sport.
Niggas will have a whole son raised him talking about I want him to play football. Like nigga, what? So he could get an unguaranteed contract and a concussion.
Y'all think they're gonna ever fix that and shit? Like as far as giving these niggas guaranteed contracts? Because I get if these niggas had guaranteed contracts, like shit probably would have went a whole lot different 2 years ago with the cap situation.
The only reason they're not gonna get guaranteed contracts is because them niggas don't know how to come together. It's like the NFL's problem really like it could be solved with just like a meeting of like everybody like, hey bro, we all doing this. At least the niggas. Because we know like Tom Brady only gonna go so far in his support. We know Aaron Rodgers and really pretty much all the white stars, they only gonna go but so far. Like they'll toe the line with you, but they're not gonna cross it though.
No, right. I feel like JJ Watt would run through a wall for niggas.
JJ Watt definitely running through a wall for niggas. Chris Long is an outlier. Like niggas like that. Like Chris Long is an outlier.
Yeah, no, JJ Watt definitely. JJ Watt on some bullshit. He was on some bullshit anyway. The way he did my boy Trey during that whole Houston situation.
That's a fact. Because he definitely wasn't trying to link up with Trey the Truth on some unity type shit. He was on some I want the fame type shit.
Yeah, he was. Say he did it. He didn't really care about who that shit was going to. Shout out to JJ Watt, man. Is JJ Watt top like 5 still?
I mean, if he healthy, he could be.
Maybe.
Yeah, man. So like,
shit, he might not be the best pass rush on this team.
No, I ain't saying all that.
Shout out to David Clowney.
I'm not putting Clowney above
a nigga that plays.
Nigga, that's like, nah.
You ready cape for this white man, yo?
Nah, yo,
it's not the time.
You the nigga be all right. She put Tyrod Taylor and Tom Brady in the room.
I mean, we just said what Tom Brady ain't finna do. We know he ain't an ally, so I don't expect nothing from Teflon T.
Nigga.
Who top 5 most Teflon athletes of the last 10 years? Like untouchable niggas.
Oh, most untouchable niggas? Like
Tom Brady definitely number 1.
What are we defining untouchable?
Like no scandals could touch these niggas. You could be like these niggas got mad DUIs. They hit their wife.
Tom Brady
can touch them. Tom Brady definitely number 1. We got that.
I mean, shit. Gilbert brought guns and told the nigga he set his car on fire with him in it.
But he got kicked out the league. He got kicked out the league. Yeah,
but to say that's not really Teflon. That's just like
his luck was like downhill from that point forward. Like you talking about, you got to look at like unbothered from this shit. Like,
I mean, to be fair, like if we using that as our logic, if you count just while he was playing, Kobe was untouchable.
No, I mean like the last 10 years though.
Yeah, Kobe was untouchable.
We put Kobe on that list? Okay.
No, because niggas didn't call Kobe inefficient when he was playing.
We got Tom Brady. We got Kobe. Who else?
And Kobe might not be number 2 on the list. It got to be at least 3 other white players before him.
That's a fact.
I don't know who that is yet, but
We're gonna circle back around to this list throughout the episode because we definitely going.
Demi Lovato.
Nigga, Demi Lovato. I'm not even.
That's cause yo, you gotta remember, yo, you on black Twitter. You ain't on like they riding for they loc.
Hey, what was that? What was the picture? I don't remember what the fuck the picture I said yesterday was. It was like hold up.
Niggas wilding, yo.
Hey, nah, Demi getting all this heat. Hey, dude.
That's because you getting all your information from black Twitter. Of course, niggas killing her.
Yo, what was it? Oh yeah, they're more iconic trio: Demi Lovato, heroin in the hospital.
Niggas wild.
This is hotter than a spoon at Demi house. Oh shit! Hey, that's just hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to step into you got to unfollow all the black folks you follow and then start following
get into to mayonnaise Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got black Twitter and mayonnaise Twitter.
Yeah, yo.
You will see some.
Hey, that was probably one of the best times Charlamagne and coined in a while. Calling white people mayonnaise is like top 2.
No,
that's worse than cracker.
Hey,
that's definitely worse than cracker.
The Charlamagne Ray J interview got to be top 5. That nigga moves his hat every fucking time. Hey, the clip of that shit is hilarious.
Hey, all the Ray J interviews is like classics, though.
Hey, man.
Wait a minute.
Look, I fuck with Ray J. Like, man, that nigga, he always on some funny shit. First, he called up that. He called up that Wild and on Fab. Yeah, the sex tape with Kim Kardashian told Kanye he hit it first. Ray J might be like one of the first trolls that ain't nothing happened to.
Vince Staples told y'all Ray J top 5 from the West Coast.
He wasn't lying though.
He was not lying at all.
Only. Actually, the first time Ray J probably ain't shit happened to Ray J since he got crazy with Fab that night, and Fab hemmed him up. he had y'all saying he had Shiggy hemmed up like he had Fab. Ray J.
Wait a minute. Hey, Shiggy wildin'.
Oh man, y'all said so. Y'all
making
videos.
videos.
He on this Kevin Hart shit, man.
Niggas was
like, damn.
Roasting him.
You been famous for 20 minutes and you already cheating on your girl. Yeah,
damn. Like damn. I don't even know how a nigga with a shape up like that could be out here cheating.
He got fame. He got that little fame now. Shit, they don't care about your line.
Niggas be tripping, bro.
Bitches be tripping, bro.
Both.
But nah, he definitely wild. Like, dog, you've been famous for a couple weeks now, shit, and you already out here wilding. And then she got you on the Kevin Hart shit.
Nigga said I'd kill myself before I get robbed.
Speaking of trolls, who going
6ix9ine, 6ix9ine. I knew it was coming.
First?
Ain't nobody gonna get that nigga because he ain't doing nothing. Like it's like niggas be really wild. Like, hey, 6ix9ine ain't get touched. I'm like, he ain't touched nobody. Like all this nigga doing is like playing police games.
But what was the question he was about to ask you?
I'm trying to find who the fuck gonna get him. Like, I'm just like,
I thought you said who gonna get touched first.
And not even touched first. Like, who? Someone just
like who just gonna touch that nigga? Like who gonna smack him or something?
You can't not, and it's just gonna bug the shit out of me. Like, you can't let like an 18-year-old little punk ass kid like come in and pull everybody's card.
But it's like I'm not going to jail because
you're
the
not
nigga
really
said suck my dick.
I mean, not only that, but you're not pulling nobody's card. Pulling somebody's card is like, y'all face to face and you make them bitch up or something.
You slap that nigga.
You can't pull nobody's card like over the internet.
You can't pull nobody's card in Alaska telling the nigga like come see me.
Someone got to shoot that nigga. I'm not trying to condone violence, but like,
but why though? Like he ain't doing shit that's like finna get me locked up.
Especially, and I mean, like
he been talking crazy, but it's like, all right, even he was beefing with Casanova for however long, and then when him and Casanova finally met face to face on everything, it was all good there. So I don't know if he just trolling these niggas, and then it's like when he meet them, shit gonna be different.
I don't know. He just talked mad like.
You know what I'm saying? YG said, I can't wait till we meet.
Where can that nigga even go now? Like where's he allowed to tour?
Nigga, everywhere if he got like the whole police squad with him.
Wherever he want to tour. It's like that nigga. That's all right. So far, like his he got beef with everybody, but like his big notable beefs past Casanova have been Keith and YG. And it's like Herb said, I seen the nigga at the club. We looked at each other and we kept walking because he ain't really want that shit. So it's like this nigga ain't doing nothing to be like, oh, I'm gonna get my mans to shoot him or smack him or something. It's like it's not worth tricking yourself on position.
And it's kind of different when it's like niggas like a lot of the niggas he beefing with is niggas that's like probably been in real beef. And it's like you really gonna risk it off with a nigga that like, all right, he was talking all this shit, but then when y'all seen each other, he wasn't really with it.
You could see that nigga not with it. Like his bodyguards is like 6'5", 300. It's like, bro, you rapping, like you trying to entertain. It is like this nigga don't realize like if he gotta do this 3 to 4 on the sexual offender shit, it's like your buzz finna be gone. Cause it's not like his music that popping. It's like you popping because of the internet shit. It's like you say you go in and you do your little bid. It's like it's gonna be another nigga doing what you do now.
See, but that's my biggest thing. It's like I guess I don't even like I honestly don't know that many of his songs. Like everything I know from him is from the trolling shit.
Now I'm gonna say this, and like I don't fuck with that nigga's music. His music, I'll say this: his music is popping enough that like, even if he wasn't, say like he was like the rest of these niggas, right? Like just dyeing their hair and shit and being kind of wild, not like as crazy as he is. He would still be. Well, hell, Trippie Redd streamed like 100 million, some shit like that.
I don't know not one of his songs. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know who he is, you know, because of like academics and shit. But I don't even know a song that he made.
I don't either. But that's what I'm saying. Like 6ix9ine would be like him, and like Uzi and the rest of these little niggas who got like the weird hair and shit. But like his music is, gosh, I hate even saying this. Like it's more noticeable and more popping than him. Than the other guys, I guess.
No, his music definitely ain't bigger than Uzi's.
I don't know.
Maybe
Uzi
vocally where you at, but like Uzi shit is like way bigger. Like, no, it's not even close.
And I ain't gonna lie, like I've never heard like no nigga out like anywhere I'd have been, like, you know, between like in like the city and Chicago and Illinois, period. I've never heard like nobody. I don't think I've ever even heard none of that shit on the radio.
Uzi devil worshiping. I don't know if I can condone that.
Fucking 6ix9ine set tripping. How you gonna condone that?
I don't condone that
As
shit either.
a pedophile.
You West Coast. You West
I don't listen
Coast.
to neither of them niggas.
You supposed to be West Coast crazy. Bring West Coast connection back and shit.
I'm ice cube.
Man, YG, like watching that YG interview, YG might be like the most West Coast nigga we got right now.
YG can do no wrong, at least out here.
Nigga, what nigga from the West Coast can do wrong out there?
Oh, plenty.
Name 2.
Name 2 niggas from the West Coast popping besides Susan.
That answer my question, bro. Name 2 niggas from the West Coast that could do wrong in the West Coast.
Who top 5 out in the West Coast right now?
Kendrick, YG. I mean, SOB's popping.
Over Nipsey.
Nipsey's in and out. Nipsey's like West Coast J. Cole. Like Nipsey drops and shit, and like that shit could be dope, but then Nipsey just like going to hiding.
You should go to Slauson, yo. Record it. Say go on Sloss and that shit and record it.
Like, who else right now? Like, I would say, like, maybe you could say it's top 5, but like, I'm not even.
You said who?
Like, you could say Nipsey's top 5, but like, it's just he's just a weird top 5. Like, he's not constantly talked about, kind of thing. If that meant like I said, he's from like he's like J. Cole.
I mean, Nipsey got Lauren London.
No,
Shout out to Lauren London.
Nipsey might
Crip
be
in
like
the blood,
top,
baby.
Nipsey
I mean,
might
if
be
you want to
top
talk
2.
about like who's top 5 and not even a rapper, but like Janae Aiko would be top 5.
Groceries. Oh man.
And
From
what?
LA.
You just saying as far as I mean, like you just saying as far as like artist stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like I don't even really listen to her, but it's like if you just consider like where everybody like stands in terms of like their fame and their success, like she got to be top 5.
Right.
No, that's like I don't know, like what like to me, like to be fair, yeah, like the West Coast. Mind you, a lot of the West Coast pipeline comes up the same way, so it's like a lot of the niggas all fuck with each other. So like it's different. Well, it's like I asked you like 2 weeks ago. It trips me out, but like Baltimore don't fuck with Los.
I didn't say they don't fuck with him. I just said he ain't popping like that just because the nigga rap. He rapped too many words. The nigga he rhyming too many words with the same letter. Like that shit cool, but it's like niggas don't want to hear that. Like the rappers that pop from here, they talking about shit that niggas can relate to.
Niggas can't relate to Los going. Hey, Los Instagram videos be crazy. I
mean, that's cool. That rap shit is cool. Niggas want to hear that street shit. They want to hear about the cars. They want to hear about the jewelry.
It's like like I think it's always different when you're a nigga that can like actually rap and know how to incorporate that shit into it. Like that's why it's like to me, like even out of Chicago, like to me, like G Herbo is like one of the, like he can actually rap to me. And he talking that shit the niggas is really fucking with. But he ain't no rapper, like he ain't no like no Los, but that'd be my thing. Like Los is real good at putting words together. And that's it.
it's like the city would love like niggas would love it if Los like was popping and gave them some shit, but it's like people navigate more towards the street niggas than they do the lyrical niggas. And that's just because that's just the way the city is.
Did you fuck with God Money War?
When it dropped, yeah. But it's like I like rapping. Like that's the shit that hit me. It's like I like niggas spitting, but it's like I only want to hear so much of that shit. Like I would much rather listen to who's a rapper now, like a nigga that just raps.
I mean, are we talking about Cole? Are we talking about big time niggas? Or we just talking about
like Cole's my favorite nigga, but I would much rather listen to Drake talk that shit more than I would rather listen to Cole all day. And like Cole is my favorite rap ever.
See, but it depends. But it's like one of them things. It's almost like, Cole is like he like straddled the fence with it because it's like he go from being a rapper, but then it's like if Cole get in that bag where he want to get on a track and talk shit just like the record he just
the album of the year freestyle, right?
Yeah, it's like it ain't too many niggas. But like if Cole decided to stay in that bag or whatever, Cole is like automatically going like Cole is like imagine
people
Cole dropped the
Cole
album or shit like that
on the same level. But it's like it's tough because he don't do that, and I get why he don't do that because like his shits do have like a purpose behind him and a point that he trying to get across. But it's like when he that's why I said them Truly Yours tapes. I went back and listened to him a couple weeks ago. It's like
he was
those is some of the best shits he ever dropped because he was just talking that shit on there.
See, but that's always the thing though, because it's like being a fan of you be fans of these rappers and then they drop so many albums. It's almost like refreshing when you can get like something that's like a mixtape or a small EP or something where they just get on there and just start talking that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like trying to put together this whole concept project and all of that shit. It's cool to just listen to them, just rap about nothing.
Yeah, basically, and that's crazy because like it's just the times are changing. It's because it's like those albums, the ones where niggas just putting on beats and just rapping and just talking shit they get more pop than the ones with niggas with concepts and ideas and shit like that. Unless you Kendrick. Because Kendrick pretty much the only one still dropping those albums that's getting that
but
critical acclaim and that street acclaim and shit like that.
But I think that's why Drake is like in the lane that he's in, because Drake might do like an even amount of both, because like most of the times Drake get on the feature, Drake talking that shit, and then when Drake dropping his albums, he get into his little feelings bag and shit.
Throwing off, right? Throwing off the pussy wet and shit, or if you crying.
Hey, shout out to you dickheads that was trying to like convince everybody that Nicki dropped like the hottest song ever. I'm like, this shit is just 50 Cent. It's just How to Rob. It's just Eminem. Like, she ain't doing shit I ain't heard before. But I was like,
definitely ain't better than How to Rob.
No, not at all.
It's
But I was
funny
like,
because it's like
How to Rob is
everybody.
like top 5 on my street songs list.
I was like, I get it if you ain't grow up listening to this type of shit. I'm like, I get it if you started really paying attention to rapping like 04, 05 type shit.
Well, you ain't used to, especially like these little young kids and shit. They ain't used to hearing names called out like that. They don't know nothing about that.
I'm like, bro, this is I grew up with this, bro.
Hey, nah, the shit though, like Nicki was like came out and said, "Oh, it's all fun." Like I fuck with all them niggas. Like, are we all cool? How the fuck you gonna call designer special ed and just talk about like you cool with them?
I mean, she ain't say nothing we ain't know though. That's the thing about that whole song. Like,
you call that nigga? No, you can't. Hey, if we cool and you call me special ed and motherfucker like this.
If we
say
cool
y'all
and
ain't
I
cool
can't
no
call
more.
you special ed, we ain't cool.
You said what?
I said, if we cool and I can't call you special ed, was we really cool to begin with?
I definitely call all my homies worse than special ed. Like,
not when the nigga like low key might be like. That's like you can't call.
She ain't even call him retarded. She like used the proper terminology and shit. She called him special.
Nah,
ed,
but nigga, you can't call a nigga that might actually be retarded. Like that's wrong.
But she didn't call her retarded. She said special ed.
Nah, she ain't getting that fast. Hell no.
Listen, man. I'm
shit,
all for people telling the truth. I mean, the whole song might not have been true, but that part was.
Hey, that was funny because Wayne definitely was like, "Shit, I just wanted to be on it." Wayne was definitely drunk in that video.
But yeah, no, that definitely ain't even the best version of that song. Like, I mean, just the whole redoing the big shit. Like, that ain't even the best version of that. That might not be top 5.
It's How to Rob 1 through 4.
Nigga, you better than that. I know that for a fact. Like, nigga, you better than all this shit you've been dropping.
How to Rob is definitely at least 1 through 3.
50 said I might got stick Bobby for the Whitney money. Like, come on, bro.
See, look, 50 was like extra disrespectful in that shit. He said Heavy D can't catch him.
He said make pun come up about the rings and mink.
Oh, look.
Like 50 does big pun. Like he did that when that was something you didn't do.
Just 50 this that. But then it's like that was really the thing. He got like every nigga responding back. Like that was like he said, my man said half keep sweating, staring down the barrel of my 9. Hey man, 50 Cent a different nigga.
He said Brian McKnight, I could get him anytime.
Oh look. He said he gonna make your boy Stevie J take off that tight ass mink.
Tight as me.
Yeah, no doubt. Nicki, that shit. Nicki, her shit was cool, but like niggas was like God's gift to like Barbie Twitter or some shit.
My homegirl hit me.
Barbie.
My homegirl hit me talking about something. You can't say Nicki ain't go off. I'm like, okay, what did she say? Like, what did she say that was had you like, oh my God?
What was the coldest line?
She like, all right, it might not been no cold lines, but she still went off. I'm like, how does that make sense?
Yeah, no, she was wild. Like, yeah, I'm talking about your homegirl was wild and not Nicki. Nicki was regular.
Facts.
What else y'all want to talk about today?
Come on now.
Enough of that shit. It's time to OD. I'm a crook with a deal.
Don't sell, I'm a rob and steal. You better recognize, nigga, I'm straight from the street. These industry niggas is starting to look like something to eat. Snatch Kim, tip up, you wanna see her again? Dance your ass down to the nearest ATM. I have dreams of fucking the R&B bitch. But I wake up early and bounce with all the shit when I apply pressure. Son, it ain't even funny. I'm out to stick Bobby for some of that Whitney money. Brian McKnight, I can get the nigga anytime. Have keep sweating, staring down the barrel of my 9. All the world niggas seem to all be fam. I put the gun to Carday and tell him, tell you. It makes me matter.
Hey man, 50 Cent was a different nigga, man.
Definitely different.
I had to let that ride for a few minutes. One of the greatest street songs of all time. Top 3, the first 3 on my list.
Shit.
Your boy King Lo's supposed to be just because you fuck with Lo's heavy.
I don't even know. I'm like, I want to say I think he should be bigger than he is. I'm not gonna say I fuck with him heavy.
See, but it's hard to say that today because it's like, all right, like who's the biggest rapper today? It's probably Kendrick, and it's like he shouldn't be on Kendrick level.
I don't know. It's like I think he can at least be. Well, like, who you think is bigger right now, Los or Royce?
Definitely Royce.
And like I think Los could at least be where Royce is.
I mean, Los would need to drop like Bad Meets Evil, whatever. Now,
I guess like no, that's what I'm saying though. It's like to me, Los is like in that. To me, Los is in that like next level of like what Joe call them aliens. Like Los is definitely like in that category, and outside of like commercially, the only alien quote unquote that's done crazy commercially is M. And then obviously 3 Stacks with the Outkast album. But like otherwise, like I think Los could at least be in that lane if it's like, all right, he sells, but like he's consistently relevant because of how good he is. That's my only thing with him. But
now what? Because I remember his album or whatever. I don't really remember. Like I listened to it, I don't really remember shit from it. That what is it called? God War some shit.
God Money War.
Yeah, God Money War. Yeah, I remember listening to it when it came out. Can't really remember too much of shit about it. Now, was that like a concept album?
Nah. Well, like I wouldn't call it a concept album. Like he touched on those subjects that he talks about. But I mean, the nigga also did. So Los might have fucked himself up because he definitely did a song talking about glory to the Lord with R. Kelly, and definitely not paying child support was on that bitch.
Because I mean, he was definitely sounding bad, boy.
Like that. No, that's a fact. Is he still signed?
I don't know.
No, he ain't signed no more.
I'm pretty sure Puff got him up out that building.
The only niggas on Bad Boys: Puff, Cassie, MGK, and French.
That's a fact.
And his son King Combs. Shout out to Yo, because that joint with him and Chris Brown was fire.
I don't even know the song. That nigga just remind me of like a young Diddy.
With Mace flow.
Mace definitely his ghostwriter too. That's a wild shit. Mace definitely wrote like most of Puff shit. Is Mace responsible for most of Bad Boy hits?
Probably. Mace and Jadakiss. And Big, but you know.
Shout out to Jadakiss, man. Top 5.
Shout out to Kiss because it's like Kiss is so cool to me, bro. And it only get better. It only get better the older I get.
Nah, it's because like Kiss is definitely one of like my personal favorite rappers, and then it'd be like he'd be talking that top 5 shit, and then I'd be like, and then it's like I'd be agreeing with him, but in my head I'd be like, man, I don't think Kiss really top 5, and then when he started rapping that shit, I'd be like, all right, this.
You be like, yeah, this nigga top 5.
I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can name too many niggas better than Kiss.
If you had to do a top 5, like
DMX.
Forget the image, forget the impact, like just the top 5 niggas rapping, who's your top 5?
DMX.
4 more, nigga. Because he was definitely about to name DMX like 5 times. It was definitely about to be like
my man definitely sold out a continent.
Like he was trying to say like DMX, like top 5 DMX, like he was counting down. Well,
Yeah,
1, 2.
man. DMX. I'm just naming them. I ain't gonna even say, guarantee that this is the order that I put them in.
Order don't matter. Just top 5, just off rapping.
For me, DMX, Hove, Redman, Kiss, and Royce.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I got. DMX, Hove, Redman, Kiss, and Royce.
Shit, I go Hove, Big, Kiss. Just rapping. Nas and Wayne over Eminem.
I was gonna say that's the tough one, I think, especially because like their era is like so close to each other.
And that's only because Eminem just rapping his way out of that.
Like, you say you put Wayne over him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta put Wayne in my 5 too. I'd go Wayne, Lupe, Nas, Jay.
You don't even fuck with Jay, yeah.
I do fuck with Jay. I've never not had Jay on the top 5 list.
Hey, yo.
I just bullshit.
Oh, shit.
Like, but that's just like there was. Although I watched the whack ass video, they was comparing niggas and they used some whack ass points, but that's not.
To compare
What
who?
was the point, Joe? What was the point?
They was
Joe?
just comparing.
Who was they comparing?
Nas, Biggie, and Jay, and they was comparing like what they had over each other and shit.
I mean, Jay should be number 1, right? Was Hov number 1?
Nah, they had Big number 1.
Like, wow.
I
Shout
get
out to
that.
Big, though. I get it just off like Big. The only reason Big could still be number 1 today is because niggas going off niggas going off what they felt he could have been. But that's like me saying. I mean, that's like me saying D Rose is like top 5 all time.
I agree.
Oh shit. That's that. As much as like I disagree, I agree like that much more too.
I mean, because it's like it's basically going on. You saying like, all right, when he was great, and then it was like after that, it's like, all right, imagine this never happened. What would he be today, or what could he have been?
I'll put
I
3
went back and
stacks.
listened to Ready to Die. That shit is so fire.
3 stacks.
Shout out to Big though. I can dig it.
If I'm not gonna put M, I might as well put the Black M.
You ain't put Red, man.
I think that's definitely who Eminem said. Like, don't Eminem say that's like his favorite rapper or some shit?
Yeah. 3 stacks to me is just a nigga like. If 3 stacks had any kind of discography, I don't think there's like any way you keep him out of top 5, top 10. Like,
if Andre 3000 had a solo album, he still wouldn't be in my top 5. He might be in the top 10, but I'm still not putting that name in my top 5. Because it's like the who I'm taking out to put Andre 3000 in my top 5 rappers.
Here's my point. I'm not disagreeing that he couldn't be, but I could use the same argument if 3 stacks had just like I use the same argument that he just talked about Biggie with 3 stacks. 3 stacks don't got no like solo album. He just has singles and what he did with Outkast. I can make the same case if he had the discography, if he had years to build.
It's just kind of different because it's like I mean, as fucked up as it's gonna sound, like Big K dropped no more music. Yeah.
Hey,
like 3 stacks can still come out with an album or some shit if he felt like it. Like, and I ain't saying it to be fucked up, but that like just as far as that comparison goes, it's just kind of
no, absolutely. But I'm just talking. If we just like because he always talks about like Get Rich or Die Trying, not Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm sorry. Life After Death is just that good. Like you can put him in that class. 3 stacks anytime he raps, he's just that good. It's like nigga.
Nah, the 2 he dropped was just that like them shits was that classic, and it's like, oh, go ahead, bro. You can finish. My bad.
No, I'm just saying it's like, and I'm not disagreeing with your points. I'm just saying like certain niggas to me, like you just like you talk about like when you hear Kiss, it's like yo, like he really might like even if you want to put him in your top 5, like when you hear him, you're like yo, that could be like he could be in the top 5. To me, to be in that category, they have to be that great that when you are listening to them, you have to like almost change your opinion. Like, yo, nigga, like he might really be number 1 or 2. Like, and to me, those are like the 5 guys. Like, if you put them on for like 30 minutes, you're gonna change your whole opinion of who the fuck like the greatest rapper ever is. And to me, and I think 3 Stacks is in that list.
I think the hardest part with that, because I mean, I'm a 3 Stacks fan and all that, and I've debated being. I don't know if I think usually when we talk about lyricists, I probably always got him in the top 5, but it's like it's just different because it's like he don't have no type of individual work to go off of.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So it's like everything you would play with him would either be something an Outcast song or a feature that he did.
But that's what makes him so crazy. Like niggas know like how
I know, but it's like
and you know discography.
Yeah, but it's like nigga, if you drop a verse every 2 years, like it's like nigga, you should better sound as good.
But he's not that inactive. I ain't gonna say that.
What was his last verse? I mean, every year at least, but it ain't more than once a year.
He dropped a couple times a year.
His last shit was what?
On Mother's Day.
He dropped something on Mother's Day this year?
Yeah, some SoundCloud joints.
I mean, it was a couple of joints.
It was like two songs.
Oh, okay. And then I think before that, I remember that, like, I had never heard the album, but I know they said he had something on like Frank Ocean album, whichever last like Frank album that came out or some shit.
That was like last summer.
So at least,
he was on Travis. Every year, he was on Birds in the Trap. That was 2016. So every year at least, he'll give you a 16.
He did, and this is just going on, and I don't even fully updated. In 2015, he did Hello, 30 Hours, Solo, The Ends, Divine Council, and I'm sorry, what's the other shit? I'm sorry, December Remix. My apologies. I said artist, not song name. In 2016, he did Junie, Kids, By Design, The Guide. I'm just looking up shit here.
Well, but it's just like maybe it's just shit that I'm not hearing then. So I mean,
no, that's the thing.
Depending on who the artist is, more than likely, if I ain't listening to that shit, I ain't gonna know 3 Stacks is on it.
That's a fact. My favorite, like I said, the one that I always go to that I could literally hear like once a day probably is that 16 joint he got with Ross.
Oh, 16 ain't enough. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite Ross joints.
Ross been having me going heavy in the gym, man. I've been fucking with that shit lately with all his old shit. That Teflon Don, that's my shit.
Ross ain't got no joints that don't age well. Like all the Ross shits you could play like they just dropped.
Yeah, I think I listened to that. I listened to Teflon Don and Rich Forever yesterday when I was in the gym and shit.
Renzo Records.
That's actually a good fact. But that's like Ross has like, I don't know. I feel like Ross is a bigger image than any of his projects. I feel like people know Rick Ross more than than they know an album or they know a song attached to him.
He just like he Mr. Consistent. Like he just one of those, he just consistent with his shit.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like outside of maybe like 1 year, like is there a year you saying like Rick Ross is top 2, top 3 outside of like maybe 1 year? Outside of 2012, are we saying Ross is top 3 in any year?
When Mastermind dropped in 14, I say he was.
Like I always say
because he dropped Mastermind and Hood Billionaire in 14. I say he was at least
that was when he dropped 2 albums.
He was at least top 3 that year because 2014 a lot like that wasn't really a crazy year. He might have been number 1 really, him or like YG or like Schoolboy Q or somebody.
Well, 2012 is Black Bar Mitzvah, Rich Forever.
And God forgives I don't.
Yeah, that's definitely okay. He definitely dropped 3 that year. Cause I know there's 1
year.
He
top 2.
It might have been 1. Because what did Drake? No, Drake didn't even drop in 2012. Yeah, he might have been number 1. 2012, I'll give him. But it's like to me, that's how I think of Ross. Is like he's never I don't ever put him in like he's like absolutely the. Well, I mean, he was the biggest nigga in the game, but like, the man ain't Paris now.
Niggas, man.
like I don't ever think of him as like that like star, but he definitely like he is just the consistent. Like he's the most consistent nigga since what 06? Is that fair to say?
The most consistent since 06? Probably. He's up there. Jeezy's up there.
I can't put Jeezy. I don't think Jeezy dropped enough. Jeezy hasn't dropped as much as him.
No, Jeezy's definitely dropped as much as Ross since 06. Even if we're not going studio albums, Jeezy's definitely had tapes and all that since 06.
Like, who can we say is in that class? And this is kind of a random like year, but like I got to go after this. Like, who most consistent since because 06 is Port of Miami, so that's kind of where we going from. We put all the roster shit.
I mean, y'all think Tip been consistent?
Not the last 3 or 4 years. I want to give it to him. If we go into 06, like 2012, I'd give it to Tip.
I mean, what he dropped?
The last couple years, he ain't really dropped much. But Tip been on like his activist shit, so I'm not even like Tip. Because Tip dropped the tape. That's the because he dropped Us or Else. That was last year.
Yeah, I think last year, late 2017. I mean, late 2016.
16. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the only thing. Like I'm not even mad at him, but like T.I.'s done. Well, T.I.'s a lot like Ludacris. Like they just doing a lot more different things now. So like,
see, no, it's different. Ludacris don't fuck with rap no more. That nigga get bored sometimes. He getting all that Fast and the Furious money and shit. He get bored sometimes. It just come through like.
I was about to say that Fast and Furious money is different.
Why you think Tyreek been wilding?
If we go in T.I. from 06 to 2010, that's King, T.I. versus T.I.P., Paper Trail.
Hey, I be definitely want to put Jeezy in my top 5 like favorite niggas.
Ooh, that's tough. 05, damn. Yeah, so T.I. got King, Paper Trail, T.I. versus T.I.P., No Mercy, Trouble Man, Heavy as the Head. I think that album's underrated. I fuck with that album heavy. Us or Else is 2016. He did what's the ATL mixtape he got with all them niggas?
Hustle Gang shit.
Yeah, that's my shit. T.I. might be in there. I put T.I. top 5.
It might have to go to Ross. By like default and shit.
It might, but I'm like, initially I didn't have T.I. in my top 5 as far as, because I kind of feel like I said, last couple of years he'd have more things on his mind.
Because I mean, Ross dropped damn near every year, don't he?
Damn near.
It's not damn near. He dropped every year,
and it's always solid.
Who else would be in that conversation now?
That's what I'm saying. That's like
I
feel like it's damn near gonna be Ross.
We going from like since 06?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it's pretty much Russ by default.
Because I don't think there's nobody else that's there. I mean, they might be consistently good, but I don't think they drop this consistently. So it's like you got people that probably every time they drop is consistently good, but they probably just not dropping as often.
So are y'all putting Hovind since 06?
No, because Hov go 4 years and you won't hear a verse. And then he'll go 2 straight years, you will hear a whole song every other fucking week.
So 06, I'm gonna throw this out there, and this is just y'all let me know. So since 06, Kingdom Come, Blueprint 3, Watch the Throne, Holy Grail, 444,
Everything is Love.
Blueprint Greatest Hits. Yeah. And then you got the joint one. What's the new one called?
Everything is Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially because he got Kingdom Come and fucking Holy Grail sprinkled in now. Kingdom Come ain't like I don't know. I just didn't care for Holy Grail.
No, Kingdom Come is definitely Definitely slept. Like Kingdom
That's
Come,
what I
you
was gonna say.
think
Kingdom Come is like kind of underrated, but it still ain't
it's
like
definitely
it
underrated.
still ain't like his best shit. But like I ain't kept Holy Grail at all.
American Gangsters 07.
Oh yeah, that shit. See, but that shit was dope.
Hey.
Hey, no, I'm just looking at these whole albums like this nigga got classics, bro.
Hey, for Hov to be as like great of a rapper, like to be considered the best rapper of all time, this nigga definitely been getting caught by social media like way too often in some wild moments. Like Hov, I always thought you was too cool to have on the helmet, Hov. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That nigga, he lived long enough. You get to see Hov like at stages, like the young cool nigga to the wash pops.
Well, look, after if Hov gonna keep doing this little washed up shit, then I'm asking Hov to just hang it up, man. Look, you don't want to. You hate to see when one of the cool niggas start like having to. Like you know, you start. I don't want to ever have to look at Hov sideways. But if he keep getting caught wild like this, like doing all this little athletic shit, looking unathletic.
But it's like even as much as Hov get caught in, I'm still like this nigga got 3 kids with Beyonce.
Oh yeah, that's why he. I mean, that's why he gonna be number one on the list regardless. All right, so
hey, who we locking up?
I'm gonna
Before
throw
we get
one
out
more, and I don't think he's in there, but at least since we're going back to 06, I figure at least it's worth throwing out there.
Common, Lupe Fiasco,
Kanye West.
We got like Father Like Son, Carter 3, Rebirth.
Man, my nigga.
I'm Not a Human Being, Carter 4, Not Even Being 2, Free Weezy Album, the Carter 5, mixtapes since 06. We got
No, bro, that ain't it.
Dedication 2, The Drought 3, Dedication 3,
Wayne
No
is not making the
Ceilings.
list, bro.
Sorry for the wait.
He's not making the list. Salute to Wayne. This not the list for Wayne.
I got one more nigga. Hold up.
All right, real quick, y'all. So y'all know, hold on, y'all. This ain't even related to the topic, so just let me get this shit out real quick. So now, y'all know how like all the shit with Faith Evans like marrying Stevie J.
Yeah.
Like how y'all been seeing all that shit on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't no way she didn't get popped the pussy if she married Biggie Mass.
No, she definitely fucked Pop. I came to that conclusion like weeks ago.
Like it ain't no way you marry one of Biggie Mans and then you want to convince the world that Pac ain't smashed. So that was totally unrelated, but
yeah. All right, so last guy we got to put in there. All right. So we got
nigga no.
We got 5 Stunner. We got Priceless. We got Rich Gang.
All right, man. We get out of here for the week.
If we talking about money talk, it might be different. You know,
look, bro. Before we get out of here, I'm taking Manny Fresh and Baby over anybody in rap history when it comes to talking that money shit, bro.
So when it talking that bad Baby talk is different.
Baby said these bitches tripping because the nigga wearing 2 watches. Manny Fresh said, I got more. He said, I got so much money, I know who killed Kennedy. He said that in 99.
Hey, yo. Platinum football fields.
He said, I got diamond coming out these hoes' toenails, yo. Like, come on, bro.
The niggas was definitely on another level.
He said I got the new Rolls Royce that come out in 2009. He said that in 99.
Damn. That's the original Tokyo shit.
Shout out to Hov for really rapping about shit that niggas rap about now, like in 06. Because Hov was definitely talking about Audemars. Niggas was like, what is an Audemars?
Like, they were still stuck on rollies and shit. Everybody was hyped to get them whack-ass iced-out rollies.
Yeah, them bust downs definitely not the move.
Yeah, that but shit. Just watches in general. It's like, nigga, as soon as you put all that watch be worth more without all that extra shit on it.
It definitely did.
But that we wrapping it up, yo. We wrapping up.
Who y'all
episode
freeing?
21.
I ain't freeing nobody, but take Kelly.
Y'all can take Kelly. Who the white nigga that was giving out HIV?
Hey,
shit.
wait a minute. I gotta say this. Y'all definitely gonna hate me.
Take Teresi on Paula. Take
Teresi. Take Angela. Take John
Drake.
Mock. I definitely don't know how this nigga. I was like, I thought when he died in Fast and Furious, again.
No facts, bro.
Y'all can throw R. Kelly in jail. I admit it was fire.
I definitely ain't listened to all 19 minutes of that. You just for that comment, you can go to jail with him, nigga.
Hey, I already know I'm about to get mad shit. So I'm dead ass. Like, I admit
Hey,
it was
free
fire.
the niggas that Tim Allen told on.
Hey, man. We got merch coming soon. There's gonna be free Justin t-shirts soon. We send them to jail with Kels.
Hey,
We only sell them in larges and extra larges.
Yeah, man. You gotta be
7 feet to rock these.
7 feet plus. Hey, what my man say on Twitter? What he say his best trait was?
He said my best trait is I don't care what people think about me. Like, nigga, you 7 feet. This nigga lying, Your Honor.
Hey, I can say some shit about Kels and fuck everybody.
Yeah, no, you kind of wild.
You fucking up the brand supporting Kels.
It ain't supporting. I'm
Man,
just saying. That's
when they gonna slide in with the deals, and they gonna tell us like, yeah, the only way is if this nigga off the show.
Niggas gonna have to vote you out like they did.
You got to retract your statement, yo.
Go ahead.
That's kind of wild though. So you and your girl listen to I Admit together and shit.
This nigga gonna have to leave the podcast for a year. He gonna have to come back next year and tell me I apologize for my previous statements.
Oh fuck no, I ain't apologizing for shit, nigga. Someone bust me for some shit I said years ago. Fuck them.
Shit, you see how they doing Charlamagne? Twitter come for everybody.
Twitter really do though.
And you kind of.
I'm about to tweet it. I'm about to tweet that shit right now.
Shit.
Please, tweet that shit. Cause I'm finna tell him kill this nigga.
I'm about to tell him
this
like
shit
this.
getting tweeted right now. So when y'all come back and listen to this shit tomorrow, and I'm just letting y'all know this shit was Monday night. It's right now. It's 8:48 on the West Coast. It's 10:48 over there, and 11:48 on the East Coast.
Make sure you add R. Kelly and throw some hashtags in there.
These opinions definitely don't represent me.
Yeah, no, I definitely ain't listening. So I got a real question now. You listen to like the 419 minute show?
Absolutely.
Oh, you wildin'. You definitely a wild nigga.
You took the time out your life, yo.
Song Chris Brown album.
Not in a day, nigga.
Nigga, yes you did. You said you did.
Nigga, so.
Hey, I saw
Chris Brown ain't accused of rape.
Chris Brown smacked the shit out of Rihanna.
We look, number one, we don't condone no type of domestic violence. He's apologized for his sins. Kels, on the other hand, he's still lying about it.
Nah, Kel said he admit all his shit. That's what the record about. So you gotta listen. But it's gonna be.
But did y'all listen to his brother dropped a diss track?
That's fine. Fuck his brother.
No, you gotta listen to it. They played it on the Breakfast Club. they gave that nigga donkey of the day.
Damn. Hey. Nah, I'm shit though. These next 2 weekends, in YG this weekend in Rosarito, and I'm going up to LA to see Cole. It's a good music weekend or a good music month.
Don't block nobody's view while you there, nigga.
Nigga, I got some good ass seats. No, it's the YG's a festival though, so it's like Papas and Beers Festival.
You going in all red?
You going to hard bottoms?
Hey. YG might be the wildest dressed niggas in the industry.
Might.
nigga.
That nigga never be wearing motherfucking high water slacks and hard bottoms and shit.
with a track
With a-
jacket
with
on,
a
looking like
flannel.
Tyrese.
with a long sleeve flannel and shit.
They say
He be out
YG be doing. He always wearing red. He a super blood.
It's 10 times harder for a real nigga, man.
He be out there like LeBron. He be having on the suit shorts and shit. He be having on the suit shorts with the hard bottoms and a long sleeve flannel.
With the red bandana on.
Is hard, though.
That whole album hard.
That's a fact.
Oh shit.
So salute the YG, man. Free YG after you catch 6ix9ine.
I doubled that.
Shout out to the gang for snuffing the old boy.